Okay, so there's a group who asked about how to create like a button to link from your Grafana dashboard to another dashboard. Right, so there's a few ways to do so. So basically this video recording will show you how. For example, here this is my overall dashboard. I have availability value, OEE value, and let's add a few more. Right, I'm gonna add from my influx DB version 1 dashboard. So my influx DB now, I have a few data. Right, so these are all my machine data. For example, I'm tapping from OEE, availability, machine ID, OEE, performance, and quality. Right, so I'm already linked it to my Grafana. So select measurement, machine OEE data, and I already have my OEE availability. Let's take my performance data, and let's go with something which is more yeah, something like this. Right, so this will be my performance. Right, and let's just copy that and put it in our display name. Right, so performance will appear here. Alright, save dashboard, back to dashboard. Okay, now I have performance, availability, and OEE. Let me just rearrange it. Right, so maybe let's get the OEE, the left side. OEE, performance, and availability. Alright, so okay, as for now, you can see the performance display that I just set up. Okay, I just add the visualization. Technically it's a single dimension, it does not have any sort of pop-out or anything. Right, so but for OEE, if I mouse over here, you can see there's a hand, and then it will display OEE chart. And if I mouse over to avail as well, there's a hand, I think, but there's no display. Maybe I forgot to put availability chart, avail chart. Right, so what happened is if I press at OEE chart, okay, it asked me to save my dashboard. Right, but eventually it will open another dashboard that display OEE. Okay, and then if I go back here, it will bring me back to my main. Okay, again I press somewhere in this OEE chart, and it will bring me to the specific chart. Just now is the latest value. Right, and if I click here, it will bring me back to my main. So performance, I don't have that just yet. So how to add that features as well? First, you need to identify your historical performance charts. Let's see, I have my performance here. Okay, so this is my performance chart. Right, I want to link back. When I click it from the main OEE, I want it to link to this dashboard, and then I want to have another button to bring me back to the main dashboard. Okay, so just so that I won't get confused, this is my performance. Next to it, I have my overall OEE tab, my performance tab, my main tab, my performance tab, my main tab. Right, so let's go back to my performance tab. So here I click at these three dots and then go to edit. Okay, so when you look at the right side panel, maybe we can zoom in a bit. Right, okay, look for things called panel link. Okay, here is where you can link your chart based data into the visualization. So there's actually two ways to do so. One is via panel link. Another one, if you scroll down further downwards, you will see data link, right? So both these two features can support link-based integration, whereby it can basically bring you to another link. Let's try data link first. Yeah, okay. So technically, data link is how I create the same link file like for OEE and availability just now. So if I use the data link in action, I can add link. Okay, title is basically how you want to see the name of the link. So just now when I mouse over to OE, so it display a title link as OEE chart, right? So here I can also put performance chart. I will just go with short forms, and here is your actual link. So I can just link to my main dashboard here, right? So where to get the link, I can click to share it, and when I click share, it will auto grab the link, auto copy the link for me, and I put it here. If you want it to open into a new tab, you can just enable this open in new tab options, right? And then save dashboard, and back to dashboard. So you can see whenever I mouse over, there's a performance chart, same like OE chart, same like availability chart. So when I click at the performance chart, for example, okay, it asked me to save my dashboard from previously. No changes to save, right? Oh, okay, because I'm still in editing mode. So let's edit. Let's exit the edit mode. Right. So okay, so OEE, performance, and availability chart. So when I click at the performance, I can have the real data. Yeah, this is the real-time data, last 5 minutes. Let's give it an auto refresh, for example, every 5 seconds. So if I click at the performance, it will bring me to my performance historical chart. Okay, what if I want to go back to my main chart just now? And you can go to these three links, edit, and for example, for this example, I'm going to use the panel link so that you can see the difference between panel link and also data link, right? So if I add link here, title, let's say main chart, and I go back to my main chart. This is not my main. Yeah, this is my main. Okay, and then share, it will auto copy the link, and let's go back to my performance chart, right? And then save, right? Save dashboard. Let's go back to the dashboard, exit your edit mode, and you can see there's some sort of like a button here, right? And it will lead you to the main chart. So if I click here, I get my main chart. If I go back to performance, I got my performance chart, right? And that's the difference between having paneling. Okay, so for my performance chart, I create a link to go back to main through the paneling options. Okay, whereby if I want to click directly on the chart itself, on the visual itself, it will be under data link. Yeah, data link in action. Okay, so it seems that, yeah, you can also add some actions here. Okay, for example, other than just clicking, yeah, if you want to put click and then go and grab some data or anything, that's also possible. So let's go back to the dashboard, assuming this is historical data, or you can also look at the latest trends. Refresh rate every 5 seconds. So this is the trend base. Okay, don't forget to exit your edit mode, right? And then go back to main. Yep, that's about it. So you can have two options. Okay, let me just get the latest one. Okay, auto refresh. This auto refresh. Okay. Okay, so either you can have a data link like this one, data link. You go to OE, and then I can always go back to main. Okay, so but yeah, the thing is, you kind of need to do one by one the data, unless yeah, you do have an option to add on multiple links here. For example, this is my data link. Let's see what happens if I add another link. Avail chart. Avail chart will be this one. Exit, edit, share. Save. Okay, so now I have two options. Okay, either I want to go with OEE chart or Avail chart, right? There's two data links here because I add on the data link. Okay, but if you want to click from the top option here, yeah, you can also do that. So this one is multiple link option on the data itself. So if on the panel link, right, so here I have one panel link. What will happen if I add more than one panel link? Let's say it will also give options to go to the OEE chart, and let's grab our OEE chart link. I click share to copy the link and paste here, save. Don't forget to save your dashboard. Back to dashboard and exit edit. So now if I click at the performance panel here, yeah, it's also gonna give me two options. Either I want to go back to the main chart, or I can also go back to the OE chart. So let's say I click OE chart. There you have it, OE chart. And yeah, you can also go back to the main chart. So that's how you want to add functionality of buttons to navigate between dashboards. Hopefully this video tutorial will help. All the best in your project.